guys, how you doing? As you see, I'm not at home. I'm actually in a stranger's house. Okay, it's not a stranger's house. It's Pat's house.
It's a stranger's house.
Okay, it's a stranger's house.
It's my in-laws' house.
Yep. And pretty much what I've got going on here is I've been promising that I will actually share my shit with them. Literally. So I have so happens it's Tuesday Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. And Patrick was nice enough to let me know that he's had it before.
3 times.
3 times? Okay. Make this 4.
Yeah, it's really good. It's spoiler.
So, you know what? We're going to get the sucker open, and I was told that I should not be having this by myself, so I should share it. So I was being nice and sharing it with Patrick because, well, he's been sharing his stuff with me. Now, if I remember correctly, I've been hearing that you actually had a one-of beer that went up to Edmonton recently.
Yeah, I did. Sherbrooke Liquor, which is my biggest customer, the guys there, apparently Edmonton loves our beer. So they bought a gigantic share of our beer, so I decided I would do a one-off for them. I took 20 liters of Make That a Double out of the fermenter before I dry hopped it, threw it in a carboy, and dry hopped it with a new hop varietal called Idaho 7. And then I let it finish fermenting and finish dry hopping, and then I actually transferred it into a 19-liter keg and let it carbonate and sent it up to them.
See, and I'm upset with them because we don't get this crap down in Calgary here.
Tell your stores to start buying more Outcast beer.
I've been trying.
No, I'm kidding. Actually, the market is really interesting, and a lot of people will agree. When you're launching a brand, Edmonton is a lot more receptive to new brands. They'll buy kegs kind of sight unseen, and a lot of the places in Calgary seem to be more organized and plan a month or two ahead of time. Yep. So I'm starting to sell a lot more beer in Calgary, but my initial rush of getting kegs sold for the first 2 months was really focused on Edmonton.
Yeah, and with Sherbrooke, it's a big major contender up there, so. Oh my god. Oh, the smell of the oak out of this one.
Yeah, oak and vanilla.
Oh yeah, major oak and vanilla.
And there's a little bit of caramel and roasted malt and coffee and light chocolate. It is, I said, I've had this a few times, and there's a reason that I bought 3 bottles at $30 a bottle.
Yeah.
It's not because it's a bad beer.
No, exactly. And this comes at 14.7% ABV.
And it's actually the light version of this beer. This is what's been dubbed Black Tuesday Light. The brewery makes a series of beer based off Black Tuesday, which is a 20% Imperial Stout. And this happens to be a more approachable, almost a session version of it.
Session? I don't care. I'm drinking it.
All right.
Cheers.
That is
divine.
so smooth.
That is very smooth, divine. My God. That's not 14.7.
No, it tastes like it's like 7. There's a little bit of heat in your throat like you get from a really good scotch. But you don't get anything really, no burning on your tongue like you see with some horrible strong beers.
Oh my God, that's good. That is so good.
So smooth, again, with caramel and vanilla and oak.
And the cocoa nibs in there. At least I think there's cocoa nibs. You got the chocolate based off it, but...
Yep. Well, I don't think they have them in there, but that kind of chocolate flavor comes out of the malt, and it's...
Sorry, it's just... It kind of feels like there is.
Well, they do a version with cocoa nibs. I believe that's... Mocha Wednesday has cocoa nibs in it.
I had the mole, and it had cocoa nibs in it.
Yeah, I haven't had that yet. Share This is... The coffee one was really good.
Yeah, I can see that. No, this is just... Oh, wow. Now I understand why I was waiting to share this, because I'm sure that I'd be flat on my ass if I had this whole bottle by myself.
You would be. Yeah, and it's really hard, when you have a beer that's this good to not just keep drinking. You have to realize, when you buy a beer like this, this is something you can drink yourself, but you're drinking a whole bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Which, for a lot of people might be a little bit too much, but for someone who wants to go and sip something over, over the course of the evening, this is a great beer to pop open and drink over 2 or 3 hours.
Yep.
And every time I buy a beer like this, that ends up being what happens when my wife and I watch a movie. I sip this beer through the whole movie, and...
This is what I edit my videos with. It's something like this strong.
Yeah, of course.
It's just... Because it takes me at least that long to get through it and to edit the videos at the same time.
Well, and it's funny, I think... 10 years ago, even, people would have gawked at the idea of drinking a beer over 2 hours. Beer was meant to be drank in 10 minutes of beer and
Or
going
less.
or less. Yeah, it's all about results-based drinking and
Yeah.
how fast can you drink and how light can it be. Now you're getting beers like this and barley wines and I mean Belgian strong ales that are pushing over 10%. That it's all about the flavor. It's about the experience.
It is, and that's the great thing about this. Like, there's so much. Like, for someone who's never had something like this, or they've been working their way up to it, when you have this, it is exceptionally.
And I
good.
think it's even approachable to someone who might have had a couple strong stouts. Like House Sound makes a really nice 8 or 9% one that comes in a 1 liter bottle, which is a perfect serving size.
Oh God, they've got a few of them.
Pothole filler.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know, if you went from something like a regular stout and then tried like an export stout at like 7%, and then this would be kind of the next natural progression. And I think even for people who weren't necessarily big on strong beers, is if they like stouts, they would just appreciate the complexity that goes into a beer like this.
Yeah.
You know, taking a beer that from the time you brew it to the time it gets served in a bottle is over a year.
Yep.
Is, you know.
But when you have it that's aged in barrels and everything, it doesn't matter if it's a year or not. It goes really nicely.
It's so smooth.
It is.
I don't know if this is, being arrogant or what it is, but like, oh, this one doesn't say it. I just had, a couple days ago, I had Bruery's Cuivre, their 7th anniversary old ale.
Oh, yeah.
My wife, who is amazing and tolerates a lot from me, bought me it for Valentine's Day. And it's their 7th anniversary old ale, bourbon barrel aged.
Yep.
It's 16.5%. And I mean, same thing, smooth. I drank it over like 2 hours. But the back of the bottle says basically it'll continue to age indefinitely.
Nice.
You could open a bottle in 20 years and it would still be.
Now, that'd be tempting. That'd be really tempting.
It would be hard to do. Well, I have a friend that's got the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th anniversaries that he's holding on to one of them.
Just
Maybe eventually do 10 of them at once or something, because they release something big like that every year. And yeah, the brewery specializes in big beers and funk.
Yeah.
And this is
definitely right up there with their big beers, and whew.
Yeah.
It is definitely a sipper. Like, I don't think a glass that we had like this should be recommended unless you're really not going to be going anywhere for the next 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, and we're adults.
Yep.
So we can make decisions on our own. And we've decided that we're not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'm sorry, my love. I'm not coming home for a while tonight.
Yep. Well, this is where I'm sleeping tonight, so I'm going nowhere.
Uber? Okay.
Be a little weird to Uber, a $4 ride.
Hey, at least it's better than a cab, which would be $10.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't even come.
That's true.
When they found out you were going 2 kilometers away, they'd tell you to walk.
Mayfair would. They're cheap like that. I mean,
They're desperate for business, right?
pretty much. So honestly, I would rate this a 4.75 out of 5. It's near perfect. Like, this is the type of stout that I would love to have, sit down and enjoy. And wow. Just wow.
I agree. It doesn't get much better.
No.
The one fault that the brewery has with their stouts is they're a little sweet.
Yes.
That being said, as a brewer, I understand to get a 15% beer and not have it be sweet, you would really taste that alcohol. If you want to hide alcohol, the best way to do it is to leave residual sweetness, and it complements the beer.
Yep.
At the same time, some people get detracted from the beer because it is sweet, but it's not. Excuse me, it's not cloyingly sweet.
No.
It's got enough sweetness that you wouldn't expect in a stout.
Exactly, and the vanilla, actually, that's what portrays it. And in all honesty, I tried it was the Eclipse 50/50.
Yep.
And it was a vanilla one.
Right.
This is the type of vanilla I wanted to taste in there.
Yeah.
But I didn't. It was more hidden than that.
Yeah.
But this is the type of vanilla I would love to have had in there. It would have been a perfect one. And it's $10 more a bottle for that.
This is, or the
50/50.
50/50? Yeah, this was really surprising, because what was this, like 27?
27, and the
Yeah.
50/50 is 38.
Yeah.
And it's got more alcohol in this one.
Yeah, and the 50/50 is only a 650 ml bottle as well.
Exactly.
I've had Eclipse a couple times. I've had 2 or 3 variants at bottle shares. I've never been really impressed. I understand that the whole 50/50 Eclipse series, I don't want to say it was the first to start branching off and doing variants of barrel-aged beer.
Yeah.
Because it's starting in about 2009, I would say. They took the barrel-aged beer experience to another level by adding coffee, by adding adjuncts.
and
Yeah,
everything.
right.
Yep.
50/50 started, I think, in 2009 doing Eclipse. That was the first year they started, or 2010. But they were the first one to really push the boundary. Like they released like 12 or 13 different ones every year.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never been overly impressed. It's not like it's a bad beer, but for what you pay for it, you're not getting.
And that's the thing. I've got one that I'm waiting for my best man and the groomsmen when I go get married. It's the apple brandy one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to be having that one, and it's going to be really nice. And hopefully that's going to be. It's going to be a special one for those guys. But I mean, this would have been perfect for it.
Yeah. No,
It
exactly.
really would have been.
And you know what would even be better would be getting a keg of it.
Yes.
I
Yep.
had a friend who got a 30-liter keg of Bourbon County in 2013 through a beer trade. And
Damn.
one night, a friend and I drank a 2-liter growler of 15% Imperial Stout. You know, it's one of the highlights of my beer drinking career, just because you look at it and a beer that people wait their entire life to try.
Yep.
We had like 2 pints each, not 2 glasses, 2 full pints each.
Oh, jeez.
And it was really cool. But no, this is right up there. I mean,
It is.
The barrel age game is changing so much, and the brewery's right up there at the forefront.
They've upped the bar with this one and all the other ones that they've done. I'm really impressed with this. So, but you know what? I think we got some other beers we have to try. So for now, I'm gonna just finish this one off. Damn, yeah.
Well, we should slam it then, right?
He's funny. All right, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Holy crap!
That was like $5 a beer I just drank in one sip.
Yep, I can't do that. I don't have the. Yeah, I don't have the brewer capacity to drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I really shouldn't have done that. Don't do that at home.
Yeah, please do not try this at home unless you're someone like the Metal Madman.
Yeah.
Anyways, for now, I'm PK, and this is Patrick from Outcast Brewing, who's been very generous to share this with me. And down it, obviously.
I will share anything you bring.
Of course you will.
I wasn't generous in sharing. You were generous in sharing with me.
I guess so.
Yeah, no, and sorry on the rating. I would agree. 4.75 out of 5.
Yeah.
Really, it's a 5 out of 5 beer, and it's personal preference that I think their beers are a little sweet.
Yeah.
They have to be, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a flaw. They have to be to cover the alcohol. So I'm going to give it a 4.75. It's about as good as it gets at this level of beer.
It is. It really is. And if, like a stout like this is what amazes me. Like I've had those other ones. Tom Green. Yay. Sorry, Tom. Love your show, but didn't like the beer. And that was it was a stout. And then, I mean, there's a few other places that I've had, but this is the stuff that I love seeing. This is the stuff that
The
goes
thing with the Tom
above
Green
bill.
beer, though, there's only one way to experience the Tom Green beer.
Probably
With your bum on the rail.
Yeah. There's that. Yes. But yeah, I this is the type of stouts I love to see. And I mean, this is the high-end stouts. So for now, I'm PK, and we'll see you real soon. And we got more drinking to do.
We do.
I'm stumbling home. Good thing it's only 2 blocks away. We'll see you real soon.
All right.
Wow!